And I brought with me the Constitution. It's a living and breathing document. The First Amendment allows us the freedom of religion, the freedom of association and expression. But I will tell you today that this breathing document is in pain. We could have had a hearing that spoke about any number of issues of terrorism. We might have gone back to the cold cases of the civil rights movement, acts of terror. We might have tried to understand whether Klansmen still roam today and terrorize individuals in parts of this country. Maybe we would have found out what those who are opposed to the Jewish faith are doing to Jewish communities and synagogues, no matter what their religion. And maybe we would go and question Muslims who are hovering and scared because someone might suggest that they too are someone who is eager to do terrorist acts. Mr. Jasser, may I just ask, are you a Muslim?
I'm a devout Muslim who prays and fasts and tries to raise my kids to be conservative Orthodox Muslims. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Are there any other Muslims on the witness table? And that is Mr. Behe.
The record will acknowledge that Mr. Behe is raising his hand.
Thank you so very much. And the reason why I asked that question is because Muslims are here cooperating. They are doing what this hearing has suggested that they do not do. It is an irony and an outrage that we are wasting time when Muslims are sitting before us. A Muslim is on this panel. A Muslim has testified. And so I question, where are the uncooperative Muslims? Let me quickly put in the record another aspect of Mr. McDonald's statement that our chairman was so eager to quote and suggest that he whispered to him to have this hearing. Like all of you and like me, millions of Americans find community, comfort, and support in their faith. That includes President Obama, who is a Christian, but spoke in Cairo. Then I would simply suggest another comment here saying, President Obama recognized that through our words and deeds, we can either play into Al-Qaeda narrative and messaging, or we can challenge it and thereby undermine it. We are determined to undermine it. This hearing today is playing into Al-Qaeda right now around the world. It is diminishing soldiers that are on the front line that are Muslims, those who lost their lives. And it is going in the same route of in Arizona and other states. Thank you very much.
All members and guests will refrain from outbursts.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I am overwhelmed by this hearing and the lack of factual basis for it, and I don't believe Muslims should be compared to Nazis and Klansmen and others. It is an outrage, and as you well know, you have already said that there are not enough, there are too many mosques in this country. That is absurd. It is outrageous that someone proceeds to hold up another controversial poster. It is outrageous.
The time of the gentlelady is expired. The gentleman from Texas is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And let me, as we're talking, that's quite an act to follow, let me say. As we talk about the Constitution and the